And well, you've been a busy guy this year. I mean, the second album from Alta Forma.
Yeah.
Wow. There's nothing else to say but wow.
I always feel a bit anxious. Like, are people gonna first listen to it, access it, and are they gonna like it? Especially for listeners like yourself. You're an experienced guy, and you've
Yeah,
heard
I
this
was
stuff before.
expecting a fusion album. You know me when you say you're sending something to me,
Yeah.
but you threw me a curveball, and I should have known that anyways when I seen Alta Forma because
Yeah.
J.K. Harrison's voice, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he is one of the best that are out there, and
I agree with you, and I know this guy because of Todd. Because a few years ago, I said to Todd, I'm really interested in doing prog with a vocalist. I just don't have the voice. I don't have the instrument. And Todd, without missing a beat, excuse the pun, but said, I know the guy for you. It's a guy originally from Chicago, and he's the man for you. And they've known each other for years.
yeah, well, J.K.'s got a pretty nice resume too,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And this album, I mean, I love the first album from Alta Forma,
Thank
but
you.
this one right here, it was addicting. It became a drug to me
Good. It's a good
because
drug.
it catches on, man. Todd sounds so ballsy behind
Yeah.
the kit,
Yeah.
and then you, my brother, you're
Oh,
not to be overlooked because your bass playing has always been impeccable, but your guitar playing is now putting you up there with the elite guitar players. And yeah, for the fusiony people, let me tell you something. This is prog rock fusion stuff because you put that little fusion in it with some of
yeah.
these riffs and guitar licks that you're
Yeah.
playing, man. It's got
Yeah.
feel, Antoine. You've been a natural for
Wow.
feel, and I can feel this, man.
That's amazing to hear. And you get it. You get it.
Well, we go back quite a few years now, you know that.
I
So
know. I know.
I'm pretty, I've been a fan of Spaced Out when kind of things were getting formed for you.
Mhm.
And seeing you at Nearfest, and of
Yeah.
course, I always bring it up, starting off the show with this incredible bass solo. And just when you sent me over the album, I said, well, two albums from Antoine in 1 year.
Mhm. Yeah.
He's got some time now. He's been back in the studio, and thank God that
Yeah.
you are, brother.
I can explain that. Why two albums in 1 year? It's like without mentioning a compilation album I did as well in the middle. Now I can explain all that. First of all, I'm not that productive. The only reason I've got two albums coming out is because I started them years ago. So it's just I work on like two, three, four albums or projects at the same time. So I do a little bit of this, I do a little bit, and then over the years, all that stuff piles up and it's ready. And it happens that this year, I had this one, Quadrisphere, that came
Yep.
out earlier that year. That's a fusion album, a really instrumental
That blew
fusion.
my socks off too. And the
Yeah,
sax playing on top of that in that album,
yeah,
man, is second to none. You
yeah,
know.
yeah. Well, thank you. And the sax player Jean-Pierre Zanella, a guy from Montreal, and I matched him with Gary Husband on drums, and that was an experience in itself. Meanwhile, Alta Forma was happening in the background always because when we did the album 3 years ago, I was already working on new stuff. So I'm working gradually every day on those projects. And eventually, so the reason we got Alta Forma like kind of soon is because Todd's going to be featured in the October issue of Modern Drummer.
Yep.
And he's like, the timing would be perfect. I said, let's do it. The album is recorded anyway. We just have to mix it, package it up, and let's get it out there. I'm really excited because it's two different, completely different albums. One is a fusion, pure fusion album. The other is like like you said, prog rock with hints of fusion. I might throw a bass solo in the middle of a tune. So
Yep.
it's like a roller coaster ride, all sorts of kind of territories are explored. And I'm just trying to put those guys, Todd and JK, in the light so people can hear what kind of brilliance they have to offer. So I'm just, using a blank canvas and just put some colors in there, and they add their own color. It's been a trip, and I'm just happy. I'm so happy that you dig it.
Dude, you kidding me? And, I know you got it on digital format and CD, but this is also for the upcoming vinyl buyers out there.
Yeah.
This would be a tremendous album too, brother.
I can tell you, this album will be on vinyl. I found a solution around it. It's on-demand vinyl productions. At the moment, I'm using this company here in the UK called Elastic Stage, and they've been around not that long. And I tried them during the summer with a compilation album. It's called Circle of Eight. I didn't really promote that much. I put a few links on Facebook and Instagram, and just to test the water a little bit and see how good their product was. And basically, if you place an order with them, they've got 3 weeks to produce that product and ship it to you. So that means for me as an artist, I don't have to gamble the production of 500 units and only sell a small fraction of that. So I'm stuck with, unsold vinyl that, unfortunately, I don't have a warehouse. I don't have the facility to stock all that stuff. And I don't have the budget to produce, a large quantity, because you cannot produce just 10 or 20. You have to produce like 100.
Right.
So Elastic Stage is the solution I found. They give a percentage of the sale to the artist, which is reasonable, and I don't have to take that risk. Circle of Eight, that's the compilation album with 8 drummers. That came out in officially, I think, in June. And it's 8 songs, 8 drummers, all legendary drummers that I've hired over the years. You've got Vinny Colaiuta, Dave Weckl, Simon Phillips, Todd is on it, Gary Husband, Chad Wackerman. So all those guys are featured on it. It's a really cool. So for anyone who doesn't know my stuff and like vinyl, that's the album I would say get that one. You'll get everything you want on there. And now for Trajectory, the album that I've got on digital and CD, it will be on vinyl.
Trajectory, I've been in. You know me, Antoine. I've been following your music for well over 25 years. I feel this album has a message in it. I don't know what it is. I look at the song titles, which they're not, funny album titles or anything like that, but they're titles that make you think. And what is the real message is that I'm trying to accomplish here? I'm getting all the music. I mean, JK, for the first couple listens, his voice that's what stood out to me on the first listens. And then I started listening to the music behind it, and I said, oh, yeah, this is Antoine Fafard. Yeah. And he's not disguising himself. It might be another style of music, but I know that bass player, and I certainly have been listening to your guitar playing over many years again, but for the last 10 years, your guitar playing can't make me tell other people you're a bass player.
Yeah, well, I know I like to confuse people, but I'll tell you where the guitar thing comes from. I used to be mainly a bass player, and I would compose music with bass riffs and drums and a lot of rhythm-oriented stuff.
Before you keep going, I don't want to say, or have you call yourself a bass player. You're in the realm of Chris Squire, where you're a lead bass player.
Yeah, well, I guess so. I love Chris Squire, so I love the comparison there, or a parallel, but the thing is that I found after a while my compositional approach a little bit limited, because I only play the bass, and I'm not like one of those guys that can compose without a harmonic instrument. So I was like, I better get back to the guitar and see what I can explore with it. And later on, I started to work with the piano as well. So this is something I've been doing more recently. And that's why my guitar playing got better, because I was keep composing with it. And I thought after a while, well, if I compose all that music on the guitar, I better record it, and instead of hiring guitar players. And then I guess I got a little bit better at it. So what am I? Am I mainly a bass player who plays guitar, or what am I? I'm just a composer. I offer, a musical universe, and that's about it. But you're talking about the message, and yeah, I only did 2 albums with lyrics so far in my career. So the 2 Alta Forma albums. Each song must have some sort of purpose or meaning. Otherwise, if it's not going to be a love song. It's not going to be about a breakup. It's not going to be about or humorous. Nothing against any of those things, but I want it to be like almost like a deep meaning. I mean, as deep as you can go in a song. So
Yeah.
each song, yeah, there's a theme behind it. It's like, what am I saying? And what am I trying to convey here in a song? So trajectory, the song, it's about you go on a journey, and then in the middle of the journey, you realize your target was wrong, and you just readjust where you want to go in life. So that's what this song is about. I have another song about having independent thoughts. So, people in life, sometimes they have opinions about everything, but then you realize their opinions are borrowed or stolen from other people who have opinions. So what is your real opinion? Have you made up real opinions made of your real life experience? So that's another song so each song, I could tell you about each song is that what am I trying to convey here? And sometimes the message is clear, and sometimes maybe it's more as esoteric. I mean, I've got a song that's a little bit more far out, where or spaced out, where I talk about remembering tomorrow. So that's more of a kind of a
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
impossibility. So about the flexibility of time as how can you be connected to the future? So I like play with that kind of a weird universe as well, and just suggest something a little bit more abstract. But generally, yeah, the album is not about one message, but it's each song should take you somewhere. If you want to concentrate on the lyrics, which I hope people will do,
I
then you
have
can say,
been,
oh
but
yeah.
that has been fucking up my mind. Though really trying to get into the lyrics, as complicated as the music structure is given in front of us. I
Yeah.
mean, trajectory to start it off, man, boom, what a great album. The whole 11 tracks, they seem to
Mhm.
meld into one. That's why I was wondering if this was some kind of, an album that I can listen to with a direct message. I went
Yeah, like
into
it's not a concept
independent
album.
mind, man. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And it's that one I continue to listen to, and I've come up. I think you left it open for the listener to have their own thoughts
Yeah.
on your songs. Is not, and I understand there is a direct message, but I don't feel that message is for every person in their life situations, which
It's not
is,
lecturing anything. It's not imposing anything.
yeah,
It's
right.
These are more like observations that I put down in lyric. But at the end, because how deep can you go with lyrics? So it's more of a starting point, maybe. You listen to it and say, what could it mean? Well, then you start and you can basically have a conversation on what the song could be about. But it has to have something. I think it. Otherwise, if you just sing about the love songs of the world, or this
Yeah,
this not
yeah.
just there's enough of that, and I don't have anything to offer in that kind of a realm. So yeah, I'm trying to make it as deep as I can, and I'm not Bob Dylan, or but
I
I
don't know, man.
enjoy.
Some of this is pretty good. Did you do the lyrical writing, or it was
So
JK there?
So it was a real collaboration. So 10 songs out of 11, I brought the idea, and I gave him the my version, my lyric. And as you know, English is not my first language, so he's looking at it, and he's the singer as well. Although I gave him my own, demos with me singing. You don't want to hear that, but he's listening to that. He's looking at the lyrics, and he's made tweak, improved the lyric, and made them more singable and more intelligible in some cases. So, but yeah, 10 songs out of 11, I came up with the concept of what the song should be about. And he's taken it from there, and I let him take it to the next level, essentially.
It worked out perfect, man. And
Yeah.
then I get to song number 6. Will you be my question?
Well,
Man, there's another mind fuck.
Well,
when you listen to that. And even if I got the lyrics in front of me and I still
okay.
can't put that all together.
Well, that one I have to give full credit to JK. This is the lyrics on that one. When I said 10 out of 11, that's the one he's done it. He's done that one. He's written that song on his own. I did the music with him, but the lyrics it's all him. So credits to him, and he loved to learn that it had an impact on you.
Oh, yeah, yeah. The production on this, 100%. Brother, you did the mastering, right? No, and all the mixing?
So the mixing is all this Italian friend of mine called Davide Squaldini, and this guy is mixing all my albums. He's a master sound man. He knows about sound engineering like no one else I know. And credits to him for taking everything I sent him and making the most out of it. But of course, the drums were recorded in Todd's home studio with all the top equipment that he has there. I've recorded my parts in my own studio. JK recorded in his own studio. But when we piece it all together, send it to Davide, and he really brings up, the best of all the tracks. And the trick about mixing music is how to highlight all those instruments that sometimes will clash in terms of frequencies.
Right.
So the idea with this album, what I love is so far it sounds great everywhere you listen it into, whether it's a car, whether it's a Bluetooth speaker or a great sound system. It should sound amazing, and I think credits to him for bringing the best out of this project.
I will vouch for that. It even sounds great over computer speakers. You know what I mean? Back in the day when I was a young guy, I judged music through the radio that we listened to, the one speaker. And if it sounded good to me back then, bands like Chicago, Average White Band, Ohio Players, whoever it was that I listened to, you could get an idea off a shitty sound system. And then when you put it on the real system like Trajectory, my neighbors already know the album. You could say once my wife goes out, man, it's been cranking. You've given me the album a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
I definitely have listened to it over 30 times. And it is such a busy album. I continue to pick up things that I didn't hear previously.
Well, I know it's busy. I mean, you've got we mentioned the lyrics, a lot of things going on, the interplay between the musicians, and it's a lot to take in. And you're doing it the right way by listening and blasting it over your speakers. That's the best way to do it. And if we've succeeded with this album, I think it will grow on you, and you can listen it multiple of times, and it's still satisfying, and you're still discovering things.
It certainly is. It is one of those albums that the more you listen to it, the more it grows on you. And I will say that, I get a lot of music. Sometimes I only need to listen to it once and I know what I got. But like any of the music you've ever put out, there's no way I'm getting everything in the first take or the first dozen listens or 24 listens, man. You just have that way about you. These little hidden pieces and stuff that you throw in. And like I said, to bring up again, it's all about feel to me. And sometimes I'm not caring about the shredder guys that go a million miles an hour, but you're giving that to me here anyways. And it's tasteful, and I feel it. I mean, everything that you do, you're a master composer, my brother.
Well, thank you. It's what I love to do. I mean, it's like a deep purpose in life. I'm trying to find that perfect chord sequence and dress it up and arrange it and give it to good musicians out there and try to come up with the ultimate the ultimate song, the ultimate piece, the ultimate experience. Because an album, I believe in the album. I don't believe in releasing individual songs. I think an album should be, and I love the physical album as well. I mean, even if it's out of convenience, people just see, and me included, digital files are just more convenient, but it's nice to have a physical product and you can turn the pages and see and look at the lyrics. And I put fonts that are readable for old folks like us, so we can can read the lyrics. And it's got to be an experience. I don't
Yeah.
like the fact that music can be devalued and as just say something that you should have for free. And that, I mean, I don't want to get into the whole monetization conversation.
Spotify and all that type of
Yeah,
shit.
no, no,
I'm
no.
with you because people can pay for their shitty mainstream
Mm.
music. You can pay for music, and that's why we have our show. I rebel against mainstream music. And when I have great friends like you who create these goddamn masterpieces that should be played on mainstream music, the world would be a better place.
I don't know how big or small my audience is. All I can do is offer the best I can do and offer the way I do it. What makes sense to me? It's a collection, an album. So when at this stage of my life, I have like a catalog. It's more than just an album or two. It's a catalog of albums. And if you want to dive deep in artists like myself, and there are others out there that are independent but have been doing it for years, you can dive into what they have to offer. And it's not about a single. It's not about oh, this guy did this song that everybody knows. It's never going to be like that for me. It's about embarking into an adventure, a musical adventure, where when you listen to it, when you're able to blast it and just dive into that world, it's like a parallel universe that you just leave this planet for a few dozens of minutes and it gives you all sorts of experiences that are almost like spiritual. So that's my aim. So that whether people experience it now or in 100 years from now, I'll have that music that's been done to the best of my ability, and hopefully someone out there will enjoy it.
Yes, you wear your heart on your sleeve, and what your music does to me is bring me to my happy place. So, I mean, it's an escape for me.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
the 11 tunes that you put on here out in front of me, just blows my mind. Where would my listeners go to pick up this album? And what do you, what else do you have out there? Is it going to be any merch or anything like that? Do you have a fan club thing where people can
Oh, fan club.
subscribe to?
I don't have enough fans to have. No. Okay. So where to find my music? My website's a good starting point, even if you just look for information. Antoine Fafard, Fafard.com. People can actually physically buy a CD, or all my albums are available in digital form. So when I say digital, they can have the MP3 FLAC and ALAC files. I offer all that in one package for each album. And you have a PDF of the booklet, which is something that Spotify won't give you. So, or any other places. So you get more on my website than anywhere else. In my albums, as a standard price, the digital album is $15 US dollars. But if people are looking for more of a local distributor, or maybe they want to pick up a physical copy locally, it is everywhere on Amazon. Here in the UK, there's a store called Burning Shed.
Oh, yeah.
It has it. If you're based in the US and you want to buy locally and not being surprised by some silly added taxes or custom
Oh,
or
yeah.
whatever,
Oh,
I don't know
tariffs.
what's going on these days. But I don't think the tariffs will affect music. From what I heard, CDs are exempt from that. But yeah, sure. Laser's Edge will have my CD, and a lot of local US based stores. You'd be surprised. It's actually very well distributed by a company called Alliance Entertainment. So that's covered.
And the
it is out
booklet
there.
is beautiful, man. I mean, the
Thank you.
album cover.
Yeah,
I absolutely love this album cover.
I'm
And it
glad you do.
goes
And
well.
I made a point of putting. That's why I love the physical booklets, because if you want to catch the follow the lyrics, it's written in clear fonts, and because sometimes you've got fonts that are so small, impossible to read, and or it's written in a kind of a handwriting font that you, you cannot even understand was written.
Right.
So yeah, I think it's a nice bonus thing just to be able to like holding a book and just learn more about the credits, and it adds to the experience, I think. But yeah, and what I have on my website that is exclusive, it's a video file. So for drummers out there, or not necessarily drummers, just fans. So Todd, his whole recording session was recorded and filmed. So multi-cams. So you can purchase the album for only $9 as a video file. So you can watch
A
Todd play the
legend.
whole album.
That
On
is amazing.
yeah.
Isn't
It-
he, and of course, because you don't get on an album without some legendary drummer. That's for sure. You've been known for that.
yeah.
But Todd really does it for me, man.
Oh, he does it for
He's,
me too.
I'm sure he
He's amazing.
does. We can run down a list of the drummers. My other brother, Gary Husband.
Yeah.
It just, it's phenomenal. It
Well,
really, it's superb. Antoine,
so
what's coming up for you in 2025 for the rest of the year, or maybe even
well,
looking forward to 2026?
I'll tell you about the past, the present, the future. This year was my busiest year ever. So two new albums and a compilation album. So that was the busiest year, and the rest of the year will be busy promoting this music. I've got a documentary, nearly half-hour documentary on the making of Alta Forma trajectory. So that's going to come out on my YouTube channel. And in parallel, I'm working on new music. Like I said, I always work on new music. And Gavin Harrison and we're planning a third album. So I'm recording at the moment. I'm planning to record some of that music. It's going to have like B3 organ. Is going to be interesting. We're going to dive into, again, new musical parallel universes. And I have got all sorts of projects in parallel. But the thing that I really want to push this year is, especially at this moment in time, is the new Alta Forma. And I'm really excited. And I'm so glad that you're digging it. And I'm just want Prog fans to look into it and just give it a chance, give it a spin. And I just hope it will resonate with everybody out there.
Hey, brother, I am fucking on top of a mountain screaming out to everybody, you gotta listen to this. So,
Yeah.
I mean, goddamn, my fucking talented brother, man. It's so beautiful to hang with you. You know what? I love you to death. You know that. I just wish you the best continuing. And I know you're a great dad, and I wish you and your family well.
Oh, man. Thank you. All the best to you and your family. You're the man.